A few weeks ago, I started looking at like a meditation website pretty much every morning, and just like, that talked about breathing and stuff, and then trying to listen to some soothing music in the morning just to try to sit still for like a little while, and just try to relax, like just really, because I was feeling, I really thought I was gonna get sick. I'm like, I'm gonna get high blood pressure, I'm gonna get hypertension, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna have a heart attack. I was like, by the time I'm 45, something like that. I was just like, I can't. There's just too much, so much, just constant stress that I have to do something to try to just like calm down every day from the beginning of the day, from the beginning of the morning. I did that for a few weeks. I started to feel better, and then I kind of stopped doing it like every morning, and I'll still kind of read the page every once in a while, read some of that stuff on the website every once in a while, and then I would kind of get irritated, sometimes not do it. But I have to tell you, I mean, like I pretty much every day, there's a time, maybe several times a day, where I feel like I'm hyperventilating. I really do, just because of everything that's going on. And sometimes also knowing that I have no privacy, people are watching my phone all the time. Actually, I mean, as much as people try to like attack me for what they see me listening to and looking at and stuff, or, like on my phone, I try not to let it get to me. I try not to let what their interpretations are going to be get to me. But like there are some things that I just can't. Even though I know it's not fair to me to have people listening all the time and making these interpretations, like because I know that they are, or because there's so much emphasis that's been placed on like whatever it is, a word, a color, a phrase. I can't even stand it. I can't even stand to look at it, read it, listen to it, or like anything. It's even just too much because the association is just too strong. So it's just, I really, and I just had like a second of that. Right? There was a song that I just brought up on YouTube for a minute because I remember I didn't really know much of the song, and then when I first heard the first couple lines of it, I was like, I can't even listen to this anymore. I can't. I had just like immediate like jump in my anxiety level, and I was like, I can't listen to this. Yeah, I was like, no, I can't do it. Maybe I'll be able to later, but I mean, it's so grotesquely unfair. Everything that I'm going through all the time, and yet they're just so used to doing it that they can't. It's like they can't. It's funny because I was thinking about this. I was like, it took me a while to talk myself into making that apology to Caitlyn Jenner. It did. It took me. I was like, oh, I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to have said the wrong. I don't want to admit that I said the wrong thing. And the thing is, it's interesting because I've had like less of a problem apologizing for things that were less insensitive, right? But I think sometimes that happens. Like maybe you do something that's like so off, right? That you just don't even want to admit that you did it or that it's wrong. You kind of want to just keep going in the direction that you were going, but you can't. You have to take responsibility for what you did. And it's like, okay, well, if that's how I felt about saying what I said, then how does the conglomerate feel when it has just like pounded on me for 5 years every single day, convincing itself that I'm a terrible person? I mean, it's just the denial that they're gonna have to break through, to be able to stop treating me that way and to take responsibility for what they did. Take a peek inside, and that's, I mean, it's a display for kids, right? It's the Museum of Science and the science behind PIXAR. Yep, take a peek inside. Well, the child molester's gonna be lined up for that. Try to get you some dark corner of the museum, catch you in the bathroom, that kind of thing. Yep, without a doubt. So yeah, I mean, it's just, I think sometimes the more wrong you are, the more cruel you've been, the more totally unfair you've been, or just like really, just really truly said the wrong thing. The less you want to admit it, because you just don't want to deal with, that side of who you are. You don't want to deal with, you don't want to admit that it's there. You don't want to admit that you've done something that's wrong, So, yeah.